But over the Hello world, hello Andrew. So, as you probably guessed from my video a few weeks ago, I really like reading, and frankly, when I was younger, you'd be hard-pressed to stop me from reading. I mean, I once read 9 novels in a week, and sure, that was an outlier, but it wasn't really that much of an outlier. I mean, it used to be abnormal if I didn't read 100 books in any given year, and even up into my early 20s, I had no problem reading a 10,000-page epic fantasy series in the course of 6 months. But over the last few years, I've been finding it harder and harder to set aside the time to just sit down and read. Now, the easiest thing to do is to blame it on technology and say that I was having a hard time focusing on reading because I was distracted by Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and video games. And that's certainly at least a little bit true, but the simplicity of the technology is scary, fire is bad, and Thomas Edison was a witch argument just comes across to me as infuriatingly reactionist baby boomer crap. And on top of all of that, it's just not true. See, over the last few weeks, I found myself reading a clip that I'd not observed in myself since I first read The Wheel of Time 6 or 7 years ago. And I got back to that level of reading the only way that I know how, which is more technology. Now see, just because technology was what was keeping me from reading more books doesn't mean it can't also serve as something to help me read more books. See, every time I try to read a physical book, I wouldn't take it around with me because either it was too bulky or it was a treasured physical artifact that I didn't want to see damaged. And when I'd try reading on the phone, well, the app switcher button is right there, and so Facebook and Twitter and all of those are right there too. But when I read on my new Kindle, I don't have that problem. It's just a book. There's no Twitter and there's definitely no YouTube, and it's small enough that I can just chuck it in my camera bag and carry it with me everywhere, and I'm not going to damage a signed first edition printing unless I throw the Kindle at it. So yeah, it's pretty great, and I'm really enjoying getting around to finally reading some of these books that have been in my collection for way too long. Particularly the book I'm reading now, which is Three Body Problem by Shijin Liu. This book is one that I've had the ebook of since I was given it as part of the Hugo voter packet back when it was nominated in 2015 when the Hugos were here in Spokane. And I'm really glad I finally got around to reading it because it definitely deserved the Hugo Award that it won, and I'm probably going to end up doing a video about it in the future. Andrew, I look forward to seeing your video next Thursday. I'll see you then.